Welcome back to this, already the final segment of today's Price of Business, and I am your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. I began today a series of interviews on chambers of commerce because I think they're so incredibly important. And if you're not a member of the chamber, you need to look at the one in your area and consider becoming a member of the chambers. They're really very important, not only from a strategic perspective because they give you a real sense of what's happening in your business community, but also in a very tactical way as you can develop relationships and grow relationships. You know, and a very good mentor of mine used to always tell me the three most important words in business are relationship, relationship, and relationship. You know, you really can't get that. You know, everyone knows my presence online on social media with tens of thousands on all my various media channels. But you know what? None of that can compare to the handshaking, you know, that I get to do in relationships you can develop in places like chambers of commerce. And so I am very excited to focus this time on this segment on the Fulshear Chamber of Commerce with Don McCoy. How are you, sir?
Fantastic. Thanks for having me. And by the way, it's the Fulshear area.
Fulshear area. That's right. So you'd be glad to take someone from Katy, for example.
Absolutely. We do have some from Katy, Rosenberg, and that sort of thing.
Sugarland. And
yeah, absolutely. Because if you're trying to make an impact in a community like ours, you want to be part of the community. And so that's being part of a chamber of commerce inside a community, whether you're, like, say, Legacy Ford, for instance, which is out in Rosenberg. But, of course, they want to sell some of their vehicles and things to
the fine folks of Fulshear.
Absolutely.
So how many members does your chamber have?
Well, I'm really proud to say we started our Chamber of Commerce a short 2 years ago in the Fulshear area. And today we are 300, well, maybe more, but as of last night, 368 members.
368. That's a very robust chamber, no matter where it's geographically located. Mm-hmm. Considering yours is in more of a,
kind of rural, but
kind of rural area.
But
that's incredible.
Yeah, it's very incredible. But I think one of the biggest things about our chamber that's unique is we have a very active chamber. We still have that small town charm, and everyone knows everybody. But even with 368 members, everyone knows everybody. It's fantastic. You just said relationship. Say that 3 times. But a good friend of ours in our chamber, Jack Warkenthing, is always, businesses are always worried about ROI, return on investment. We like to say in Fulshear, it's ROR. Your return on relationships.
That's exactly right. And Jack's a good friend of mine, by the way.
Oh, you know Jack?
Howdy. Yeah.
Great guy.
Jack knows everybody. So,
he does.
He's good that way. It's a great, I think chambers are awesome. I think they're more relevant now than they've ever been, and it's interesting because, people are trying to replace everything with the internet. And I'm very technology friendly. I won't say savvy, but friendly. And I see the value and importance of technology probably more, as much or more than most. But again, you cannot replace that tactical contact.
Well, technology is important, and we embrace it at the Fulshear Area Chamber of Commerce with our website, our social media, our Facebook, our Twitter. But when we started this, and the board of directors that I spoke with, and I said, when we come on board, I want to still keep it human. Be able to talk to each other and interact each other on a face-to-face basis. Nothing's better than looking someone square in the eye and shaking a hand. And what's amazing is our monthly meetings at our chamber, we are bringing probably close to 130 people every month that show up for our chamber meetings and have breakfast, interact, talk. We have a motivational speaker, and it's a great opportunity to get to know each other.
By the way, you can learn more about it at Fulshear, Fulshear, areachamber.com. That's Fulshear, areachamber.com. And in my opinion, if you're in the west side of town, if you're anything west of Highway 6, you really should be looking at what you're doing.
Absolutely.
In fact, anything west of Beltway 8, people should be looking at what you're doing because chamber memberships are not expensive. Smart businesses that are, really interested in developing relationship and growth. Smart ones have memberships in 3 or 4 different chambers, and why wouldn't they?
Absolutely.
And so, and then you start really creating synergy when you start connecting with the person who's not only a member of Fulshear, but is also a member of Sugarland or Houston West or whatever one.
Absolutely. The thing that kind of makes us stand out really in Fulshear is, we used to be horse country. It was a horse racing country. Our founder, Churchill Fulshear, had a horse racing track. And so that's hence our logo is the head of the horse. And instead of doing ribbon cuttings, we do rope cuttings. And we got
rope cutting?
Yeah, we stretch out a piece of rope, and then we cut the rope.
I like that.
And then we take a piece of that rope and we glue that to your chamber plaque that you put in your office or business. And it's to symbolize just a small piece of the rope that ties our entire community together. So it's a constant reminder that we are still a community. So when people come out from anywhere to be part of our chamber and say they're a member of another chamber of commerce, I think they really find it's kind of like, let me go home. And it's amazing just with our events that we have downtown, all the way to our golf tournament that we have every year. Things are just, it's a very hard thing to put your finger on, but people smile a lot. And you just need that sort of from time to time.
You absolutely do. People absolutely do. And so I think it's fantastic. What percentage of your members are actually have their business in the Fulshear itself? Wow,
good question. I really want to say at least 70% is probably in Fulshear. Now, a majority are a lot of it's small business, which I totally am embracing, because and I call small business our local realtors, for instance.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of tremendous home growth out there and a lot of sales. And some people say, well, golly, I don't want to be in a chamber that has so many realtors. But again, back to the relationship scenario, you might like this realtor better than this realtor. So therefore, we have someone that's right for you.
Yeah.
And what's great, when you call me at the chamber, I kind of look at us as that big connector. They call all the time, say, where can I find somebody to do this or X, Y, or Z? And I say, you know what? The person you need to call is this person, and they'll treat you right. I know they will.
I looked at the website, Fulshear Area Chamber, and then again, it's FULSHEAR, Fulshear Area Chamber. And, you've got a great directory.
I think so.
A very diverse directory in terms of types of businesses.
Absolutely.
And considering you're only 2 years old, watch out.
Yeah, no kidding. It's coming. I think we're going to we are right now at about 10,000 residents, and our median income in the Fulshear area is well over $150,000 per capita, and our median house sales running about $400K. So that attracts a lot of business that want to open up out there. So we have now expanded our ETJ in Fulshear. We're now we have 41 square miles.
ETJ?
Extraterritorial jurisdiction of Fulshear. So now our
that sounds more like a law enforcement thing than
it kind of does. Thing. Yes, but the neat thing is we reach all the way north, right up to I-10, right where that rooms to go warehouse is. So we have a lot of area to grow. We have 900 plus acres of commercial that is zoned now, so we're trying to track that into our community. So come on out to Fulshear. Look at our website. We have tremendous events. We have our St. Patrick's Day coming up. Just come out and get a sense. And if you need a small town feel, but with a lot of the big town effort, you're going to get it out in Fulshear.
Yeah, absolutely. And enormous growth, but it sounds like sensible growth at that. FulshearAreaChamber.com. Don McCoy, he's the executive director. Thanks so much for being with us today. I love your story.
Well, it's my pleasure, and we'll see you in Fulshear.
You bet. And by the way, today's show brought to you in part by MAGA Limited and Smizer, Kaplan, and Veselka. When we come back, we're going to have so much more for you on tomorrow's program. Do want to remind you it continues 24/7 at priceofbusiness.com. Make sure you check out Sunday's show on the Biz TV network. Have a great day. Spend it wisely right here.